What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Hang tight. We got a brand new episode coming right up. Don't go anywhere.
Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
Things are wrapping up with all my programming and stuff as we hit the end of the school year. So, of course, I'm just busy week in and week out. And then I was offering a lot of support and after school last week, as well as just my normal events. And then I had an extra one late on Saturday, which was a really cool community event. I'm glad I went to that. That was actually a lot of fun and not quite what I was expecting from, a local, high school event. It was better than some events I've been to, even put on by my own association. But needless to say, it was a long week, and I started kind of feeling, I think, the toll of it on Sunday, almost at the point where I was going to not even go to work on Monday. But I had offered to help out somebody with an MOD shift, and I just had a ton of stuff to get done. And as I said, we're wrapping up and getting towards the end of the year. So with everything going on, I really didn't want to miss yesterday. But I did actually take some time today and just try to rest up a little bit. I got a big event coming up this Thursday. But as much as I wanted to get a video in, it was just a lot of running around yesterday, kind of planning out the week, getting things together. And then by the time I got home, I was so wiped. My brain, my head hurt. It was just, starting to get chills and the body aches and all that. And I was I just need to get to bed. And pretty much spent most of the day in bed actually today. But like I said, I did want to take some time and hit you with a little Monday motivation, just try to get you through the week. And I mentioned something I think last week about just showing up and just being there, and it kind of took me back to one of my favorite special features on a Lego movies. The Lego stop motion animation was one of those things that got me into YouTubing originally, and there was a great little featurette on DVD that I purchased. I think it was a Batman or something DVD Lego movie, and it had a really cool special feature where it was a guy showing people how to do their own stop motion and how to create their own movies at home, and just using even something as simple as a cell phone and just little things like that. And he was showing young kids how to make Lego movies and do stop motion. And he said something that I always thought was key, and I found it very relevant when making movies with Lego and stop motion, but also just in general when just kind of going through my day-to-day life and just trying to figure out problems and anything that I might be going through. And his advice was just, move that next piece, even if it's just a little bit. If you're not really sure what it's going to look like, or even what the next action is, just be proactive in making something happen. And he kind of related it to a bit like drawing. Sometimes you just draw a line and you're not really sure where that line goes until you make another one, and then you kind of start to see some of the connection. So he was saying you might have in your head that you're going to do a little stop motion about a Lego person maybe making an ice cream cone, but once you get into it, you start to have troubles, or maybe you're overthinking it, or maybe you're looking at it like it's too complex, when really it's just as simple as just moving a little piece, just taking a little step forward. And even if you're not really sure where that step is going to go, or where that bending of the arm might go, or just that simple twisting of a hand might, create, at the end, when you put it all together, you wind up with a really cool video. And sometimes those little slip-ups or mistakes that we think are really noticeable and really big get blurred in all the motion and the lines of life and in the lines of animation. It's a really cool philosophy, and just I think a really cool way of looking, like symbolism, how things, the similarities in like making a movie and just making decisions and creating something and just going throughout your day-to-day life. And it was something that I thought of as I was talking last week, and I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into that this week with you guys. So again, maybe you got like an event coming up yourself, or a project due, or something going on at work, and you're not even really sure how to approach it. My best advice is just to make a step. Maybe the next step is just asking a question, but take that step, make that move, and see what happens. And I think that's the way that we wind up creating things and making, something that we can contribute to the rest of the world. Like I said, with my stop motion animation Lego videos, that's kind of where it all started. Like if you go all the way back to the beginning of my YouTube channel, that's what you're going to find, and that's what you're going to see. And it was that philosophy of just taking those steps and making those moves that helped put those, like I honestly, I would watch that before I did any stop motion, not necessarily for tips and tricks and things like that, but just to hear those words, just to hear that, even if you don't know what you're doing, just move the piece, just do it, just try it. And just hearing that bit always helped me get through and push through that next piece that I was working on. So I don't know, hopefully, some of this resonates with you guys. You kind of understand what I'm saying and see what I'm getting at with all of this. And you can kind of appreciate, what I am trying to put out there, with this video and with this channel and all of that. Hope you found this video entertaining. I hope you had a great Monday. I hope you had a great Tuesday. I hope you enjoy, the rest of your week. Make sure you share, subscribe, like the video, leave a comment down below, all that jazz. And, make sure you take care of yourself, take care of each other, and just keep moving, keep swimming, just keep doing what you're doing, guys. Take care. Love you. Peace out.